This is a video that everyone is welcome to watch, but it's actually an advice video for the blokes.
Hello, welcome to English Country Life. Welcome to the living room in the cottage with the fire going because it's dark out there and it's chucking it down with rain. So cosy up in here with me for today. My name's Hugh and together with a fabulous and unfortunately injured Fiona, I run a small holding here in the Fens on the east coast of the UK in Lincolnshire. It's a kind of flat, marshy, kind of isolated sort of place, but we love it. Now, I said that Fiona's injured, and if you want the short version, badly broken leg, 3 separate bones broken in the leg, really very nasty, long time to heal. If you want the long version, I'll put a link somewhere up here where we explain what was happening. And when we did explain it, we got a reaction that frankly I was not expecting, with a number of people said to us on different kinds of social media, oh, my partner couldn't step into the breach if I was injured. And I know a lot of that's kind of tongue-in-cheek and sort of people, you know, gently ribbing their partners, but I think there was a sort of grain of underground seriousness to it as well. And I thought, you know, in this day and age, is that really true? And then I thought about my dad, and my dad's been dead a few years, but he never set foot in the kitchen. He couldn't cook a meal. He wouldn't have been able to operate a washing machine. That was just something my mum did. And when she was hurt, she has been injured a couple of times over the years, you know, it really was a problem. And I think there may still be bits of it out there. So today I kind of want to talk about what I actually see in the modern world being a man is all about. And yes, absolutely, the old traditional values of we protect and we provide absolutely still remain true. You know, whether that protection is physical, whether the providing is financial, but I think there's more to it than that in this day and age. And I do think we need to provide support to our partners. If our partner is working late, if our partner is tired, if our partner is doing something else, or frankly, every now and again, if they just need a break, we as guys, we should be able to put a really good meal on the table. We should be able to empty the laundry basket. We should be able to clean the house. We should be able to look after any other dependents we've got, whether they're animals, pets, livestock, children, elderly relatives. We should be able to do all of those things, and it shouldn't be a drama and it shouldn't be a crisis. And I'm in the situation at the moment having to do some of those things for Fiona, and it's a privilege. It's not a right, it's not an obligation. She does so much for me, so much of the time, that it is absolutely a privilege to be able to do those things for her. And I think part of being a man is being able to do that stuff for your partner. So today I'm going to give a little tour of what I think a real man should be able to do round about the homestead. Let's talk cooking. If your partner's ill, you've got to cook, but it's bigger than that. Any competent adult should be able to produce a variety of meals from scratch with no drama at all. From, you know, light snacks right through to a full-blown Sunday roast or a 3-course meal. Because even if you're married to Nigella Lawson, even if you're shacked up with Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall, you've got to be able to give them a day off. What if they're poorly? What if they're working late? What if they're just tired and need a bit of pampering, or it's their birthday or what have you? It's on all of us to be able to take a turn at some of these jobs. And honestly, I love cooking. So does Fiona. We cook from a whole variety of cuisines, from, you know, Italian and French and Thai and Chinese. She's just the best lemon chicken in the world, but my speciality is a pad thai. And we've all got our own favourite recipes. In the modern day and age, there's no excuse for anyone to say they can't cook. You know, there's thousands, millions of YouTube videos showing you exactly how to prepare any dish. There are whole websites devoted to recipes and ingredient lists and techniques. All you got to do is go onto Google, type in what you want, and you'll find out how to cook it. Now, for me, what I do is I kind of want to change my repertoire now and again, and I've got a great big binder in the kitchen. And if it's a recipe I've cooked once or twice and I like it, it gets printed out or written out, and I put it in the binder, and after a while, if it's been used 2 or 3 times, it gets laminated. That way it's wiped clean, and when I spill an ingredient, it's not ruined. And I divide it up into, you know, main courses and desserts and bread recipes and goodness knows what else. And it's all there, and it's available to me anytime I want it. Let's talk about laundry. Fiona and I have got a fantastic mate whose proudest boast is not only does he not know how the washing machine works, he doesn't even know where it is. Now this is the same guy that's got a fully equipped workshop, uses a milling machine to make custom parts for vintage vehicles that he rebuilds from scratch. I think he can work out a washing machine if he really wants to. I think he likes being looked after. But there are people, and it can be a sort of subject that puts some people off. My dad was terrified of it, never did any laundry. And I think he'd sort of heard all those scare stories about clothes that change colour and size and shape because they're washed wrong. But honestly, if you've got half a brain, the process is really, really simple. So get all your laundry and you sort it out into piles using 2 criteria. Number 1, colour. Number 2, fabric. So by colour, separate light from dark. If you put red socks in with white shirts, you get pink shirts. We all heard that kind of horror story. The other thing is, there are basically 3 types of fabric. Wool needs washing separately. It shrinks really easily, so you wash it at a low temperature, you don't tumble dry it. Anything delicate, anything frilly and lacy has a special program, again lower temperatures generally and less sort of violent use. And then almost everything else, your t-shirts and your socks and all of that, go in sorted by colour but go in together. So once you've sorted it out, take your pile, put it in the drum. This is the washer dryer. Put it inside, close up the drum. Select the right detergent. There's 3. Right, so you've got non-bio. Non-bio is for those kind of things that are held against the skin. Baby clothes, sheets, towels, that kind of stuff. It's a very gentle detergent. Biological detergent, they've got lots of enzymes to break down dirt and stains. So if it's been on my body, it wants biological detergent. And thirdly, there is specialist colour detergents that don't turn your black t-shirts grey. So according to what you put in the drum, pick the right detergent, pull out the drawer, put the right amount in, and most of these detergents come with a measure to measure the right amount. Put it in the drawer, close the drawer. Turn the dial to find the right program according to what you've sorted your laundry into. You can adjust the temperature and the spin speed. If you're uncertain in any way, almost every garment sold has got a label in the back with a bunch of little symbols on it. Get onto Google, look up what those symbols mean, and they'll tell you the temperature to wash it at, whether or not it can be tumble dried, whether or not it can be bleached, whether or not it can be ironed. Once you know that, it was literally telling you what program to use. Laundry, really easy.
Welcome to my cameo appearance, and I'm doing this cameo appearance because this section is about personal hygiene, and if you're going to get embarrassed, move on to the next one. Just go straight ahead to the next chapter. But this is the culprit, this bright red thing here, and this has prevented me from doing so much. I have to hop practically everywhere. And when I first came out of hospital, I was like a giant toddler. I couldn't do anything for myself, and I'm still quite limited. So with personal hygiene, what that means is I need help to get to the toilet. We've actually got 2 steps down into our bathroom, so I have to have help to do that. And when I get there, I've got to hop to move myself around. So Hugh does have to help me actually get onto the loo. He helps me get undressed and dressed, although I'm getting much better at sorting myself out. My biggest issue is actually pulling trousers up on one leg. That is no mean feat. You give it a try. It's not actually that easy. And I need help washing. That's the other thing. It's actually very, very difficult. So Hugh does help with that too. And he did step in. Now the hospital did offer us adult social care, and that is something that's offered where couples cannot actually manage those kind of things. And that would mean somebody coming into the house. But do you want a stranger actually helping you to the loo? Do you want a stranger helping you dress? It's even more embarrassing than having your spouse or your husband do it for you. And Hugh has been amazing. To be fair, I would do exactly the same for him too. Now, if you are actually with a female partner, the other thing to consider are periods. And I'm just throwing that out there. I don't think I need to say any more on the subject. The whole thing is embarrassing, but it's something we have to get over.
Let's talk livestock briefly. Can you do all the livestock care that you need to for any pets or farm animals or garden animals that you might have? What if your partner's completely laid up? Do you know the cleaning out, mucking out routines? Do you know all your feeders, where they are, how to check them, how to refill them? Same with drinkers. Do you know about all of that? What if you run out of bedding, run out of food? Do you know the right brands to buy? Do you know where to get them from? Are they on account? Do you need to pay for it? All of that could happen. Now, if you don't know these things, maybe spend a day or two with your partner, get them to show you all this stuff. And then, why not, for a while at least, spend one day a week where you do the livestock care, and then you get familiar with the routines. And of course, if you're doing it when it's not an emergency, your partner can step in if you've got any questions and help you out. But once you're familiar, it becomes so much easier if you have to do it in a crisis. Well, that's my take on actually what it means to be a real man in the modern world. Now, understand, I'm not holding myself up to be any great paragon or example. There are much better examples than me out there. And if you want to see one example, take a look at a channel called English Homestead. It's run by a great guy called Kev Alviti, stay-at-home dad to 3 kids, and what he does with those kids just blows me away. I mean, they cook together, properly cook together, make jam, go out and pick the blackberries to do it. He walks them to school across the fields. You know, when they take their packed lunch and they've got rolls in the packed lunch, they made the rolls that go in their packed lunch. And while they're at school, he's doing these beautiful wood carvings. He's making fantastic products that he sells in his Etsy store. He's writing magazine articles. You know, what an example of a great parent caring for his family around him. And by the way, this isn't really a bloke thing either, because you know what, while I'm sitting there going, we as blokes should support our partners, Fiona absolutely does all these kind of things that, you know, support me. You know, you'll see her in a chainsaw suit, you'll see her cutting hedges, you'll see her going up and down scaffolding, you'll see her using a pneumatic drill and knocking off render. These are the things that when you live in these self-sufficient lives, you need to be able to do to support each other. And I guess as a bloke, I'm just putting it out there to other blokes, is we've got to be part of that equation. If you've enjoyed today's video, can you spare us 5 seconds? Give us a thumbs up down below. If you've got other videos you'd like to see on self-sufficient life, tell us in the comments what they are. We'll try and make those videos for you. If you want to see those videos and everything else we do, just tap on subscribe down there, hit the bell next to it. It's a totally free service, but you'll be told every time we upload a new video. For tonight, thanks for watching. Come back and see us soon. Take care.